A portrait from the late 18th century. It depicts two beautiful young girls. The white-skinned, fair-haired one in the foreground sits on a large green high-backed bench and is dressed in pink silk with intricate lace trimmings. She has a garland of pink flowers in her hair and a double strand of pearls around her neck. She is holding a book. She is reaching out to the girl behind her, taking her arm as if pulling her into the frame. She hardly needs to do so, as the eye is drawn irresistibly to this other girl, with the high cheekbones and the enigmatic dimpled smile. The girl on the left is dressed in sumptuous white and gold satin, and wears a string of creamy large pearls around her neck. She has expensive-looking droplet pear and diamond earrings, and a white and gold bejewelled turban with an ostrich feather perching jauntily at the back. She carries a basket of fruit, and is wearing an exquisite blue and gold sheer shawl which floats in the breeze as she walks. She is in motion, bursting with vitality and energy. Her knee is bent forward beneath her dress, as if she is about to run as free as the wind. The girl in pink, by contrast, sits still. The standing girl rests a forefinger quizzically on her cheek, as she gazes confidently at the artist. She almost seems to be sharing a confidence. In the conventions of portraiture, a pointing figure may denote a mystery, an enigma, a secret withheld. That may well be the case here, given the knowing look that goes with it. But the gesture also says, "Look at me. Look at the colour of my skin." It is as if she is asking, "Who am I? And what am I, a black girl, doing here?" The artist must have known that it was an unusual commission. The double portrait has a long and distinguished tradition. Typically the subject would be a husband and wife, a mother and child, or a pair of sisters. In its composition, this portrait conforms to the model for representing a pair of sisters. One could readily imagine the sitting girl as an older sister, studious, conventional, and full of good sense, and the standing one as a younger sister, with a little bit of wildness or rebellion about her, and a great deal of passion, of sensibility, as they would have said in the 18th century. The rarity, however, comes from the colour of their skin. This is, as far as we know, the only portrait of its era to show a white girl and a black one together in a sisterly pose. London is in the background. The viewer can readily make out the dome of St. Paul's Cathedral. Behind the girls is a garden of mature trees that leads down to a lake with a bridge. The season would appear to be high summer. This is clearly the estate of a wealthy man, of someone who would be proud to show off his daughters. A double portrait of this kind was often painted to commemorate a special occasion. A birthday, a coming of age perhaps, or a party or event held on the estate in the summer months, when the gardens were at their very best. But surely, if a wealthy man in 18th century England really did have one daughter who was white and another who was black, he would have been ashamed of the fact. There would have been the stain not only of illegitimacy, but even more shockingly for the time, of interracial sex. You would have thought that the black girl would be concealed below stairs, not celebrated in a large portrait. To a contemporary viewer, the image would have been startling. A black girl, expensively dressed, and on an almost equal footing with her white companion. Almost equal. Because the white girl occupies the foreground of the painting. But the viewer is left with little doubt that it is the black girl who has captured the imagination of the artist. She is dressed in an exotic style, bearing colours that